go through about it, that how we can able to prepare our CVs and all, and how we can able to apply for the jobs and so on. Okay, so fine. Well, the first thing first is ATS friendly resume. Now we have all prepared the resumes and in our own ways, maybe in Word and in different file formats and all. But right now, creating resumes have become very effortless thing right now. And also, when you apply for the job, do you know how the things happens? So now, before going forward, I wanted to ask you, Shweta, or just Preet, how do you actually approach to a new job? How do you do, and what do you do while you applying for the jobs and all, and how you prepare your CVs also?
So firstly, I will go with the skills. What are the skills that companies needed? The related to that, you can prepare some
Yeah.
skills. Skill point we
Mm-hmm.
are added.
Mm-hmm. Um, Anyone wants to try? Like, I just wanted to know what you guys do while how do you prepare your resumes? From where do you search the jobs? How do you apply for the jobs? What do you do? Jaspreet has told me like sorry, she applies for from the LinkedIn site itself.
Yes, sir, but my resume is not getting shortlisted.
Yeah, that's fine. Um, yeah.
I mean, if I check the score of my resume, like from other platforms, I get different scores. Like
Hmm.
somewhere I will get 65, somewhere I will get
How do you
75.
prepare your resume?
So first I will write a latex code for my resume using ChatGPT.
Hmm.
After that, I will paste that code on latex. There's a platform Overleaf
Hmm.
editor, editor. I paste it over there, and the resume is prepared. But it won't get shortlisted from anywhere, sir.
Hmm. So you apply for the jobs directly when you see it on the LinkedIn site. So now most of the jobs, if you've seen, I'll come how to apply for a job later on, but first of all, when you apply for a job, you've seen that are being posted maybe on LinkedIn, on maybe Indeed or any other job application portals. So what do you do when you apply for a job, and let's say if it is not for a specific skill set job which doesn't have much more competition, even right now whatever the skill set it is, there are so many competitions itself. But when you do it, they don't actually manually review your resume. They don't do that. So they follow applicant tracking system, ATS softwares out there. So let's say for one job, sometimes it happens that let's say 500 people, sometimes 1,000. Okay, so thousands of people have applied. So what do they do now? Like let's say there are 2 3 HRs who are going to review. It is impossible for them to review all of their resumes. So what at that point of time, what they do is they use ATS platforms or ATS softwares to shortlist candidates. This way is quite bad. But what to do, because these HRs are using this kind of method, because this way they are also losing good candidates too. Like some point of time, if doesn't matches the scores with like what they have written down in the resume. Now, how this overall thing happens, and what do you do at this moment? So for that reason, I would suggest you, there are so many ATS friendly resumes builder sites. There are free, there are paid also. It's totally up to you how you wanted to use it. So these there are n number of sites actually. Okay, so if I go in here, if you see, there are n number of ATS friendly resume sites. So you can choose between the image sorry, the resume templates from here, and then you can go forward with those templates, and you can prepare your resume if you want to. So this is one, like this is enhance AV is one, and all the other stuffs. But how ATS friendly resume helps you out? It actually knows how this ATS software scans the resume, at what particular section, what are the data needs to be available. So let's say I've shown one, like so this is one is very minimal. Let me just, there is one more thing, resume. What it is also another one, and what I use is Wospo, this one. So Wurzburg.com, you can find out, you can also search on the internet itself. This is how I have prepared it. Okay, now if I just show you, I'm just logging out through here. But before logging, I'll just show you the sections of it. So as you see in each and every section as a resume in here, this is the personal details. What are the things that needs to be on a resume? What are the first thing that they need to know? It's not that like very too much personal details they wanted to ask or they wanted to see about you. Like, so what they wanted to know about you. Like as for me, it's I'm a UX designer. I have a portfolio. I have my email ID, and you don't need to give a whole address of yourself, like where do you exactly live. Just write down the city and the state name that will just do the job. That's it. So just a bit of summary of your profile, writing down the summary anyway. ChatGPT will gonna help you out in that. And then the very first thing, put down your experience at the very top, at the very first place, where in chronological order, right? uh, Whatever the last experience that you have, I mean the present one will be at the top. Okay, so this way it should come in with what you have done in that particular job, not in a way that okay, I did this, I did that, not in that way. How it helped you achieve something, how, not even you, how that did that help your company to achieve something. How you have helped your company to grow in that particular job. You should write those things in that way. You might, this particular thing also you can take help of ChatGPT, but as you can see, the experience is at the top part, and then after the experiences my educations are coming in, because I have a lot of experience, so that's why it's getting too bigger. But if you have 2 3 years, that point of time it won't be this much bigger. So anyway, I have a lot of things to write it down, so I written it down. Now, as you see, the education comes at the second. If you have something to specifically specify inside of the education, you can do that. Like what are the things they have covered in education, but not much more important, because the main important thing is how you have completed, like you, how you have done in your experience, and what at your job experience, whatever the things you have done. And one more thing, try to remember, like the skill set in here that I have mentioned. Okay, don't try to put that parameters inside skill set. Like uh, let's say if you have written down MS Office and you know it 80% of it, how do you measure that you know 80% of MS Office? Is there any measurement way that you can measure that you know 80% of MS Office? No, right? So don't write down any measurements like okay, 80% of this, 90% of that, 60% of this. Don't need to do that. Now the languages you can mostly speak. See, that is it. That what ends in here. Don't let them know too much about it. Not your hobbies also, not so important. If you want to add hobbies, is a separate thing. You see, add additional section if you want to add it. If you want any certifications to be added, if you want any other things to be added, that is the thing you can able to add. Now this is Wurzburg is only one, and like once you come here, you can able to go like into the personal details section. Whatever you edit in here, it could be appear in this particular sections in here. So Whisper is one. There is lot of many of it. So as I showed you earlier, right? So this is one. And then free resume builder. These are all ATS-friendly resumes and building sites which you can actually choose to build up your resume. There are different, as you can see, there are different resume templates out there which is already available. This is one. Like there are many. You can go through it, and whichever you feel like, oh, like yes, you feel like okay, that's looking really good. That's looking very fine to you, and then you want to pursue with that particular CV forward. It can get downloaded to your desktop or laptop as in a PDF format, and you can upload it anywhere and anytime. You can come here and change. You can see any free online resume builder, and try to not to go with these much colorful resumes out there. Some point of time it doesn't work much well. This subtle kind of colors are fine. As I told you, see, try to get rid of these parameters. It's not at all required, and it actually um, creates a bad impression while you apply for the jobs. Now, how actually ATS works? Okay, the ATS works with keywords that you give in there. Now, don't add unnecessary keywords to just get shortlisted. Don't add unnecessary keywords which are not related to your experience and you don't have any knowledge about it. Okay, that will again um, create a bad experience for you when you will go there to give actual interview. Okay, so at that point of time you will you know get totally wasted for washed out on how you have mentioned everything on your resume, but it doesn't match your skill set. Okay, so there are n number of resume building sites, and I don't think there is anything proper to actually teach you anything in here, because it's very easier to use once you go and maybe just show you once at least. Maybe I can get started with one of my emails and all, and then I'm just resume to use as one more. So you can, as you see, it's letting me choose one resume template, uh, and which they would like to use. Anyway, I just see maybe not the classic one, maybe polished. Maybe this one might go well also. Um, this is also good, but without the image I want. If you want to go with the image, that's very fine. Totally up to. But this is too much busy. Anyway, so whatever you feel like is good for you, you can go all along with. Okay, so maybe I'm just using this. Let's say, okay. So if you have a LinkedIn profile, and anyway you can bring your LinkedIn data in here to fetch all the data to your resume. So I have it, and I'm gonna tell you also how you can use LinkedIn for your job. But let's just first copy down the data and let's just see how they do it. And then anyway, later on you can also edit it definitely. As you see, it made up. So this section I think I can edit also. Yes, I can edit this section, whatever the link they have pasted, then my LinkedIn profile. Maybe I don't want to have a LinkedIn profile here, so maybe I want to add my email ID in here, right? So I can add that. I want to add something much more. Let's say I want to add much more like this way. Okay, anything I want to add my phone number, email ID, that can be possible. And then there is a settings option, as you see, show extra link. Okay, so there is an extra link here today. If I want to add my portfolio, if I belong to something as such which needs a portfolio, I can do that, right? I can put down the link in there. Whatever I want to do, I am having it. So show extra field. What kind of extra field is coming in? So this is an extra field. Maybe if there is anything like if you want to add in here, you can add that, or else you can just remove the extra field itself. So photo style, how you want it to be, as a square format or as in a round format. So it's totally up to you up in here. So you can add up your file. And now I was okay. Now this thing advanced and all slider. Can I just get rid of it? Yeah, that's fine. I think advanced and all, proficient, or maybe native and all. And then English, I'm quite advanced on it. Not native. I'm not native speaker, but I think I'm proficient in it. Maybe Hindi also. So that's fine. And again, certifications, whatever the certifications you might have done, and you want to show it in here. And maybe let's say if it's too much, you feel like you can remove some section in here. Maybe let's say okay, maybe let's say this one, if you feel like not required, you can remove it. Maybe let's say this one is not required, you can remove it. Maybe let's say this one you feel like not required, you can remove it. Then this one also, whatever you feel like, you can do it. Key achievements, whatever the things that you achieved in life, you can just and you feel like that is relevant to this particular job, you can add those things into here. And also like the other things that you see, experience is the very first thing they have put it into here. Okay, properly, very properly. Then the other experiences, whatever I have done, and the company name also, they have mentioned it really well. So this is how a resume is actually built up. Okay, so definitely because I have too much of details that they put it, into 2 page. I know, like, if you do not have much more experience, then they might, create it in one single page. But you see, this is how easy it is to create a resume, which looks good also, which very precise, and it has most of your data. Now, why resume most of the time gets rejected? Because of the keywords in here, as you see, whatever you write down in here. So whenever you are applying for a job, it could be any job, let's say as a designer, as an engineer, maybe as a content writer, um, maybe as an accountant, a data science profession, a digital marketing profession, anyone. Doesn't matter what position you're applying for. Try to check for the job. Let's say a very basic way I'm just showing you. Let's say I'm just going into a job site normally. Um, and then maybe let's say this is showing something, some job specifications out there. I'm going to see the key responsibilities out there. What are the things I need to do in here? Because I know, based on my experience, I know most of the things, I believe. And if there is any particular thing that I don't know, I can learn it really well because I have a very vast experience in this field. So I can do that. Now, maybe for your particular job, you know very well like what you need to do in a day-to-day basis, right? So you come here, you check the keywords. What are the keywords that are mentioned here? Also, it's very important what is your present situation at your present organization. Means, what is your notice period? That is also very much uh, important thing. Let's say the people who have more than 60 days of notice period, they're very difficult to find a job, even from like right now. For me, it is more 90 days of notice period, so it's very difficult for me to find a job because most of the companies hire people who can join immediately basis, and in that case, let's say 30 days, from 30 days to 45 days, maximum 45 days they consider. So most of the time, also not every time, most of the time. So this is one way. Okay. Any questions still here? Because the next 30 minutes I'm going to use to show you how you can able to apply for the hidden jobs out there. Any questions you wanted to ask me till here?
No.
Anyone? No? Great. So I think that's all about it, like how you can prepare ATS-friendly resumes. And after this, if you want to score your resume, then you can check ATS resume score. You can search about it and you can just will get the resume word. It's a good platform. There are different platforms will give you different score itself, but score actually getting matched based on different job. So each and every job will give you different score because of the keywords they find. Okay. Now this thing that you need to remember is you don't need to lie anything on your resume, and like try to be as much as truthful possible, and try to show things in a way that you have achieved what how you achieved your company, to achieve something itself by their own through you. Okay, so this is how you need to write it down. So these are the main key points. Now I'm going forward with how you can able to find out the jobs which are not being posted on the job site itself, even in LinkedIn, even in um, Indeed also, but that with the help of LinkedIn itself. I'm going to show you the full power of it, how you can use LinkedIn itself. So this is my profile, okay, and I am in here. Great. So at this moment, the very easiest way to find job in LinkedIn is go to jobs. That's all we all know, right? We all can see the things that are being posted. All the jobs are being posted in here. You can find out jobs through here specifically about the job designation and the location. But there are some another ways. Uh, Name any company that you wanted to work for. Any company. Any company that you want to.
Cog-
Mm-hmm.
Cognizant.
Cognizant. Okay. So we're gonna go there. So how specifically you apply to Cognizant's jobs? How do you do that? right now, if you wanted to work in Cognizant now, let's say you want to apply for a job, right? So how do you apply to Cognizant's job right now?
Going to the careers page.
That is one. Other things? And the people who are in here who also not know what is a careers page, each and every company has its own careers page. Okay, if you wanted to apply for a job, there is a careers page itself too. But there is one another way to understand what are the hidden jobs are. Some point of time jobs are not posted directly to the company, also not posted directly through this job section. The most powerful way is go to people, search for talent acquisition. Okay, as I search for, you will see all the talent acquisition specialist people, the people who hires. They are not only hr has the other stuffs like working on the payrolls, paying out the salaries, also the other stuff, maybe some appraisals they need to check and all. Okay, but the people who are the talent acquisition specialist or manager, they actually hire. So let's say if you have a LinkedIn premium account, then it's fine. If you do not have, I think you can send a connection request and send a message to them. These are all called cold messages. And you'll definitely get reply out of it. I have got so much, through so much, so many job, I'd say invitations from them. Like if they have anything available later on, maybe right now it's not available, later on it's available. So they came out to me and then, told me like, hey, this job is available, you can apply for that. This way, this kind of cold emails, cold messages will really, really help you out to understand how, if there is any openings are there available which is still not being posted anywhere. This is one more thing. So here you can directly message, maybe connect with someone. Okay, I see this person is hiring. You don't know for what position he is hiring for. You can send a connection request after he's is being accepted. Or let's say if you have a LinkedIn premium account, then you can directly message this person asking like what kind of position, if your desired position you can mention and ask him very definitely very politely that if this kind of position is available into that company or not at this moment, is there any opening and everything is there or not. This is one way. If you go with any company, whether in Cognizant, whether in, let's say, Microsoft, if you go there, at least you will get one upper hand while applying for the jobs. Okay, and also tell you some good job sites where you will get to work with some good product companies and some good startups, earlier startups, even some good profitable startups also. You will get their jobs in there. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you about those platforms too, but this is one way. Now one another way is like, see, you go and here you search about talent acquisition, you will find out all these talent acquisition people who are there. See, these people are hiring. Go and message them, definitely gonna get some answers. And now any company you name it, let's say uh mm, what we can take, maybe Zomato. Any company has a careers page, you can go there and apply to the careers page. That is anyway, there is not a hidden job, it's already posted, but inside of the company career site itself. Okay, there is one more thing, but there is one another very important thing in LinkedIn is whatever you are applying for, let's say whatever the job designation, I mean, just I want you guys to tell me like what is your designation. I want to search based on your way. Okay, what is your designation? I just want to search it based on your way.
Data analyst.
Okay, see, this job is not being posted yet. It is not being posted in the job section, it is not being posted into their career site even. This person has just posted it into its news feed. Okay, You cannot able to find out in any LinkedIn or in any Indeed if you just search through the jobs and all. What I have done is hiring data analyst. The people who have posted anything about hiring data analyst in anywhere in the world, including India and you know all other countries, you can able to see these kind of posts. As you see, it's telling people to send the resumes directly to this particular email ID. This way, no, um, your competition gets lesser because very few people know these kind of tricks. And as you see, only 16 people have put down the comments. Maybe 20, 25 people might have maximum applied for the job. Some people have their own constraints like 90 days notice period, 60 days notice period. And then let's say you are a very immediate joiner. So you will have an upper hand over there and you have a good portfolio definitely. So you see, this is also the similar way that you can directly send your resumes to here. Okay. As you see, this is also available. You can all they have posted, but for some reasons they might haven't got much more you know views over it. I don't know. 79 applicants in 2 hours only. Some jobs you might have seen more than in 2 hours is too much of time. More than 500 applications happens. But if you want to win over this, you can directly send a connection request to this person who have posted the job where I've gone. Anyway, so this was the person, right? You can send her a connection request and talk to her, send your resumes to her directly. This way, you will get more visibility, right? The better way to talk to people. You need a job, right? You are the needing person, so you need to go and knock the door. That okay, do you have a job? Like, but in a professional way. It's not like you're begging for a job, but you are searching for it. You know the know-how, like how to reach out to people. This way, you see, these jobs are not posted. See, these jobs are not posted. It's in Hyderabad. You see, you can directly WhatsApp or call them personally. You can talk to them. This way, you'll get more traction. So this is one. Not only for data analysts, there are other jobs too. Whatever you are, whatever the designation you have, you can able to find it out. Maybe even if I'm saying, let's say, from a customer service point of view, also, maybe hiring front desk something. I don't know, like if there is any kind of thing out there, front desk agency. Doesn't matter what kind of designation that you have, you can find out a lot of jobs through like this. Okay, so this is how you can um, specifically use LinkedIn at its more in a more extent. Okay, find out people, go talk to them. This is how connection. This is how you can build up connections. There are also cold emails. Like cold email means you might have got some different emails for marketing, right? This kind of way also you can send cold emails, but these are not for marketing. So this will not go to spam. It will be on a primary section of any kind of person's email ID. They will get to know that you have searched for, uh, you have inquired if there is any particular opening for any particular job. So you see those emails through here like this. People have mentioned their emails. It might be right. See, so you can just email them that do you have this. Even if this kind of job is not matching your designation and you wanted to know like if there is anything else related to this particular industry that you wanted to know, you can email them. Like, do you have this position available right now? You might not know. You get the answer maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow morning. So this is how you can get through the hidden job sections out there, which are not being posted yet in any job application platform. Okay, so there is one, and there are other some good platforms I'm going to talk to you. One you all know, Naukri, but one most good thing about Naukri is you will get profile visits. As you see right now, I have 90 days of notice period. For that reason, I'm not getting much. But if you are immediate joiner, or maybe you can join in 1 month or 45 days, in that case you will get a good visit from the HR itself. Naukri doesn't have too much, I'd say, but if you are experienced person, you'll get calls directly if you have a bit of good situations, like if you join in very few days and all. So Naukri is good platform. Indeed, you all know, I have already shown you, so I'm not going to talk about it. But two very specific platforms I'm going to talk about is Apna itself is good, and one more is Insta Hire. You see, so Insta Hire is actually a platform where you can get mostly product companies, startup, and also established companies itself. All of the things for me is showing only UX designer because my profile is being prepared in that way. And if I want to, see all kind of other jobs opportunities in here, I'm going to click in here and I can see most of the jobs, see other jobs out there also. If you want to find, if you want to, search about some other kind of jobs, you can find out through here because of these kind of platforms are not known by so many people. And Insta Hire, you will not be able to see good mobile application. Application is there, but it's not good at all. Okay, so they're still preparing it, and they are still in a beta format, but they're still growing. So very few people know these platforms are available, and very few applications they get through here. This is one a good platform, and then one another is Cut Short. Is good. So this is also another very nice platform that I'm going to tell you to come and follow. You see, I got through so many messages from the direct recruiter. You see, so if I was interested, I could able to join. Maybe I can have a chat with them. You see, I have a chat with the HR and all. So it's actually not the only apply; it's actually chatting with the HR itself. So after applying for a job, so this is also another very good platform to apply for the jobs. Doesn't matter what profile you have. So Cut Short is another one. Then one another platform is, anyway, you know that you need to create a profile, right? So I don't, like, you are all very smart people, so I know, like, you need to create a profile. Anyway, so then Talent Exo, there is a good platform, and here directly HRs contact you based on any, again, it's totally um, you know so let's say you can come here and maybe you can you know edit your profiles. You see, like, I have mentioned because 90 days notice period, anyway. I told you, like, this is one other drawback. As you see, notice period is 90 days or more. That's a drawback, like, uh, for any people. So if you can join in a lesser point of time, then you will get more traction. So this is also another good platform, Talent X. So you see, these platforms are not very explored by too many people, so it's a good platform. So three different platforms I have told you, right? In Insta Hire, then Cut Short, then Talent X. So one is LinkedIn again. Hirist is very good, and also Apna. If you go, and in Apna is mostly, if you found out, I can see that most are mostly in Apna. There are very low pay jobs are there available, but I don't know, based on whatever your ask would be. I don't know, like, you can go through. Apna is a good platform too. I feel like it's not very bad one, but if you have a specific kind of a designation for that reason, Apna is not not show jobs which pays to hire. So I think they are working on that, but very soon you'll start to see jobs which are paying higher as well. So this is one another thing. And but mostly, as I told you, that finding out the jobs which are not being posted is the most important part. Through LinkedIn, you can definitely find it out. Also, you might directly search through Google, and don't just go through the very first links. Okay, maybe let's say I can search about um, hiring X designer. Then I might go through different sections out there. Like, see, these are the all new jobs, open text out there. These are being posted in all the places on the internet, anywhere it could be. Okay, Glassdoor is also very good. And as you can see, come down, and then you see, like, different companies have posted their jobs, and you can directly go to the career section. This is Boston Consulting Group, BCG. So if I wanted to check the jobs, you can check the jobs through here. See, different places. There are different openings available. In Gurgaon, there is a opening available. I can see that there. So this is how you need to do. Like, you can check about their descriptions and all. You can directly apply to the job portal itself. So this is how the overall thing goes on. This is how the hierarchy works. So come down and go to different pages through Google itself. I don't know any one of you have done that or not. Go to other pages of Google, the second, third, other different pages. Then you can able to go and check. So even Fiverr, it's a freelance platform, but they are also hiring designers too. So you can check like whether I mean you can, it's a different thing. So other platforms are also available. Well found. Internshala is good for very starting point of your career, not only for internships, but you can also get direct jobs through here itself. So sorry. And not only for, I think, not only starting careers jobs itself, but I think other jobs are also available. So you see the direct jobs are also there. Whatever the location, you want to find it out, maybe Hyderabad, maybe Bangalore. You can see it's only showing me UX designer position as it's my position only. So I stopped using it after I got too much of experience. So then I stopped. I don't know, like that is mostly Naukri right now, and LinkedIn. Most often I use LinkedIn. So yeah, like when I about to search for jobs, that point of time I use. So you can come here and check also about different jobs in Internshala too. It's not only for internships again. You see the job sections are also there. So these are all about it that I had to share with all of you. Now, any other questions that you have that you wanted to ask, you can come forward.
Sir, as we are fresher,
Yeah.
there are many companies are asking for experience.
Mm-hmm.
But as we are freshers, how to search a job in job portal
So
actually?
fresher also has a designation, right? So what kind of fresher jobs you want to find out?
Sir, actually, I'm looking for a Java developer.
Okay. See, hello connections. You are not even hiring fresher Java developer talent. You send your resume to this email. These jobs are not posted, right? In anywhere. We'll find out soon. That's what I am telling you. This is the most extensive use of LinkedIn. Try to use it as much as possible. I mean, while you search for job, definitely. So you see, not only one. You see, 0 to 6 years of experience. That means they're hiring fresher also. This email ID you can send your resume. This job is not being posted anywhere. Anyway, you can look for the salary if it might not be satisfied for you, but you can look for it. You see, freshers they're asking for skills they have mentioned. You can send your resume to this email ID even. So yeah, like this way only. Whatever you're looking for is search in here in LinkedIn. As LinkedIn search is also like Google search, but it works most better way. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Anyone else? Any other questions?
Sir, I wanted to ask you that is there any platform like for Indian startup company where we can apply for?
Indian startups only. Yes, there is a platform called HireX. It's not a platform. Sorry, HireRect, I think. Yeah, HireRect. It's not a platform itself. It is actually a mobile app. You can go through and check. There is also one another platform called AngelList. Okay, you can see. Go to AngelList. You can get into the startup jobs itself. As you said, you are interested, so you can create your account in AngelList and find out different jobs that are being posted by different directly the CEOs, and even let's say you see startup jobs are also there. This is another platform you can go and check through, right? There are different startup jobs available into different domains itself. Let's say maybe Android developer. I'm just looking for. You see, uh, even along with startups, there are also other companies that are posting jobs. So you can go check. Truecaller, Meesho is about posted their jobs and all. There are different other platforms. You see, um, but mostly HireRect is good. You can get direct calls from the CEOs or maybe founders of this companies. They post directly in there because a very early startup they cannot able to afford. A well found is good one. Um, you can go and log in and check about different startup jobs in well found. Okay, cut short you can also get Michael Page, good one, very good one. You can even directly call Michael Page for if you have any specification of your jobs and all. So you can directly apply through in here itself. Michael Page is a really good one. Then Top Startup is also good. Okay, Y Combinator, good one. Then Hirist also good, but not that one that far. Taskers India is good. So search about very unusual platforms you don't know. Okay, so you can get really good calls from there itself. And anyway, LinkedIn is also there. You can search about startup. You will see posts. They will post on the newsfeed actually. We recently hiring, know anyone who would be interested. This is a startup. Party VT something. You see, hashtag startup. Wherever the hashtag startup is there, it will show you out. Even fresher also. Talent even Talent who hires people though for their own company. Yeah, B2C sales, they're hiring in better half this company. So that's all actually. That's all about it. Anyone else? Any wanted to ask something? Any questions?
Guys, any questions about your resume as well? You can check with Sonam. Any specific doubts about your resume?
Sir, every time I update my resume according to JDS only,
Mm-hmm.
like every time for applying for each and every job. But as I mentioned before, every platform gives different score.
Hmm. That you can't help it because every platforms has its own way to sell their own products too, right? So they will tell you, buy our own resume writer. They're gonna write their resume itself. You don't need to worry about it. So what you need to do is you, while applying for the job, I don't know, like as you say, you are a data analyst, right?
Yes, sir.
So based on that, you will know very perfectly the what are the maximum keywords that can be used in most of the jobs. Use those kind of keywords in your skill sets, if it refers to your skill set itself. So definitely, and then try to show what are the measurements that comes through numbers actually. Through resumes, but the way that I have told you right now in through LinkedIn, like directly approaching through the HRs and also seeing their post, directly emailing to the emails that they have mentioned your resume to there. So in that case, you will get more calls, I'd say, from now on. So try to focus on that. You don't need to like be so much worried about what are the other different scores it's showing, because definitely they're going to show, because they are also in a business to sell their own product, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Well, I think that's all I had to share. I hope I answered all your questions too.
Yeah, guys. Any one final check? Any questions, or we'll wind up the session?
Yep.
Anything to ask? I think you can also connect with Sonak on LinkedIn. He'll
Yeah, I'm in
definitely
another link as you see, so you can also make it.
just put Sonak's LinkedIn link here with your permission, Sonak.
Yeah, no issues.
Just putting it in the chat box.
The more network it is, the more better it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool, guys. So I think if there are no more questions, we'll wind up today's session. Thank you, everyone, for joining in and being so supportive and listening keenly throughout the session. We'll have these sessions multiple times over the coming month. We'll invite Sonic again. You can always have a candid conversation with him. So hope to see you all in the next session. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Have a great
Thanks.
evening.
Bye.
Thank you, Sonic.
Thanks. Bye.
Take care, guys.